Welcome to Keiandre Rants YouTube edition, episode 1, I guess. Um, sorry. This will be one take. I'm not editing, cutting out if I cough, if I laugh, if I two-step. I'm not editing nothing out, so be prepared for that. It's going to be chaotic and messy. Okay? And to get into this video, the topic is the current and climactic Asian American hate that's been spreading around America in other countries this past year since the pandemic started. So let's get into it. Anyway, so to begin with, Asian American hate crimes have gone up 150% in the last year. In the last year alone, 150%. That's a lot. That's a lot. But firstly, let's start with the beginning of it. The beginning of it was simple. Mr. Trump, Mr. Orange Face, Mr. Ugly White Man, dipped in Italian dressing and orange zest. Every chance he got, he decided he was going to do something illegal, which he did. He decided, instead of calling it the coronavirus or COVID, he said, or decided rather, that he would call it the China virus, the Wuxing virus. Now, to break it down, why I say it's illegal. It is illegal for a person, a political person, a person of power, a person of political power, or scientists, or anybody with any type of power, global standing, or social standing, to remark or name a virus after a people, a demographic, a geographic location, any of that. So it was illegal for him to call it the China virus. But because he did so, his followers, majority white, now there are some black, there are some Latino, Hispanic, Trump supporters. But the majority of his supporters were white. But we're talking to all the Trump supporters. So the Trump supporters then, they perpetrated that. They then begun to talk on social media to their families. They call it the China virus, the Wuxing virus, the whatever Asian virus. And that was the start. That was the spark that started the rise in Asian hate crimes. Now, Asian Americans have always been, now I don't want to say hated. They haven't always been hated, because I know for a fact that black people, that Latino people, we rock with the Asian community, and the Asian community seems to rock with us. Okay? And we've always been there, and we will always be there for them. But I think that what happened kind of took, like, a lot of the times, because the Asian stereotypes and the Asian hate is less severe or less harsh or direct, that a lot of the times people push that aside. They push it aside instead of coming together or figuring out or trying to stop it altogether. They're saying, well, the Asian stereotypes of them having small eyes and being smart aren't as severe or aren't as heavy hitting as the stereotypes of all Latin Americans and Hispanics being rapists or drug dealers, or all black people being violent and monkeys and gangbangers, right? But those are still stereotypes. And those stereotypes, which I'm not the forefront, I am not the person, I've never had to deal with Asian American hate, but I can see it on the outside with my clinical mind or my critical thinking, I guess. I can see how that affects a person. So that's what I'm going to talk about. To the same person. So if the stereotype, if everybody from your parents, if you're an Asian person, who their parents immigrated over here, right? Then your parents come over here, they want to give you a better life. So what are they going to do? They're going to push you to do better than they can, to have better grades, to do better things, to just push you forward, right? Now that already puts a stress. But if everybody around you, from your teachers, from the students, from the principals, from the staff, just, oh, you're Asian? Okay, well, you must be good at math. Oh, you must be good at science. Oh, you must be really smart. Help me with this, help me with that, blah, 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 blah. Take that, right? That feeling of the stress that builds up. Then realize, what if you're not good at math? What if you're not good at science? What if you're not a book smart Asian American. What if you're street smart? Maybe you're better working with food or mechanics or sewing, right? Now you have those people who say, "Oh, are you even Asian? You're not good at math." Or are you saying that to yourself? Am I really? How can I say I'm Asian if the stereotype, if people around me are so good with math or becoming doctors and I'm not. That's not how I feel. That's not how I want to be. I think that's sad, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. It's a sad thing. But to continue, um, yeah, so recently I think yesterday actually, or 2 days ago, a white man went on a killing spree. And this white man in Atlanta, Georgia, shot and killed 6 Asian women. His reasoning, now we all know, if you're anywhere near smart or not an idiot, we all know what this was. This was a hate crime. This was a heinous act of violence against a person, another people, because they were Asian, specifically Asian women. Now, the man's reasoning for doing this is because he's a sex addict. That's what he's saying. He's a sex addict and he's trying to get rid of the temptation that Asian women give to him, or is to him, actually. That he's saying that he's so sexually attracted to Asian women that it's tempting him from doing what he needs to do because he's a sex addict. And so he went on a killing spree. First of all, first and foremost, let's get this something straight right now, right here. I am tired, I am sick of every time a white person does something heinous, violent, shooting up schools, concerts, synagogues, black churches, Asian churches, Muslim churches, Jewish churches. Oh no, they have a mental illness. Oh no, they have a history of bipolarism and they didn't know what they were doing and they were in a depressive episode, yada yada, blah blah blah. I don't care. I don't care. It's stupid because that same, oh, he was in a depressive episode, oh, he was in a fugue state, oh, he didn't know what he was doing, or she didn't know what she was doing. That is never given to anybody else. It's never given to black people. It's never given to Latino people, Hispanic people, Asian people, Pacific Islanders. None of that. That is Hawaiian people. That thing, that stigma of, oh, they're mentally ill. That's why they did what they did. No one ever, that is never given to other people, other ethnicities, other cultures. But solely white people seem to get a green light, a pass, because, oh no, they're mentally ill. And to that further point, if every white person is mentally ill, every white person who does a crime is mentally ill, every white person is mentally ill, why do we sit here and still allow them to be in power? Still allow them to run companies? Because obviously they have some genetic problem. You see how stupid that sounds? You see me saying that they have some type of genetic problem? Sounds stupid, right? It should. It really should. They made conscious decisions. That white man in Atlanta made a conscious decision to get up out his bed, get dressed, take a gun, go to 3 different spots, 3 different spas, specifically, go to 3 different spas and shoot 6 Asian women. You understand that? Then he got up. The idea came to mind. That means he took a shower, got dressed, took the gun from its hiding place, which he probably had in his closet or something, took it from his hiding place, loaded it up, put the bullets in his gun, walked out his door, went down to his car, started the car, drove to the first spot. All while he could be thinking about this, right? Any real person, any good person would have been like, oh no, I'm crazy. Turn around. What am I doing? Then he got to the first spot. He opened the door, shot 2 people. This is what I'm going to say. 2 people at the first spa. Then he left that spa, got back into his car, drove, stop sign, stop light, go, stop sign, stop light, go to the next spa. Into that spa, what did he do? Opened the door, shot another 2 people. And again, the pattern repeats. He gets to his car. He drives to the next spa. Please understand that what kind of person? That was murder. You can't say that, oh no, he didn't know what he was doing. You had time to go to your car, go to the spa, get out your car. All that time, that's premeditated, babes. You thought about this. You planned this out, because the first time, if you just had an open carry license and it was just there and your emotions hit and you shot two people, maybe you could say that. But that's not what happened. That's not what happened. You got up from your house. So this was premeditated. So at your house, you were thinking, I'm about to shoot some Asian women. And so he did. 6 Asian women. Injured 4 other people because they were trying to stop him. This is insane. But let's continue. Let's go on. There's a trope in America, in the world, of this dragon lady trope. This plays into the Atlanta shooting. This dragon lady trope, this dragon lady, which is usually East Asian women or Southeast Asian or women. I believe that those are there's another group, but I can't remember their name right now. But to that same effect, those are the women usually in this dragon lady category. Sorry. The dragon lady is usually a powerful, domineering, sexually alluring Asian woman who is strong and tough, but also promiscuous maybe, or sexually attracting or seducing. And the trope has been around for a long time. It started, I remember, it started in some show, but it was cemented in American culture through a TV show or an anime, an American animation or anime about a woman being the daughter of a dragon, right? And to that, okay, so the trope basically, and that's how it's been. If you look into the movies, if you look into Charlie's Angels, if you look into other Asian American centered TV shows or movies, there's always an Asian woman who's sexually alluring. The secretary who whips out the pin from her hair and shakes her hair, and oh my god, and all the men just drop and drool. That's a part of the dragon lady trope. To that same effect, that trope allows for the fetishization of Asian women, which led to this white man shooting 6 Asian women because he was sexually tempted. That is stupid. Now, to the same point, I think the reason why Keiandre Kiwan Lee, actually is my full name, but because of that, I feel like I'm very vocal. Everybody knows that. So I'm going to continue to make these videos about all the hate, the black hate, the Asian hate, the Latino hate, as they come up and as I feel inclined to do such. But to that same effect, I think that right now it is just sickening. I'm tired of, first of all, having to, the 2 summers before this, having to fight for Black Lives Matter, that movement, how they gunned down black people just out of the loo, out of willy-nilly, whenever they wanted to, and they still do, and having to fight for that and have to say something, have to speak up for that, and now having to do the same thing for Asian Americans because they did that for us. It's heinous and it's horrible, and legitimately, sometimes I feel like going on my own murder spree and killing up some white people. But I have common sense, self-control, impulse control, and I know that that's a wrong thing to do, so I don't do it. Anyway, that's the rest of the video. The next video I probably make will probably be about My Hero Academia, which is an anime I really like. There's gonna be something about like maybe the power I would want, or which power I would want within the My Hero Academia universe already. But See y'all later. Peace. Arrivederci. Adios. Aloha. Good night. Goodbye. Good evening.